there, how's it going? My name is Julie, and today I'm talking about 5 exit strategies for your real estate investment deals. So you've gotten the house under contract, you've met with the seller, you've done your analysis, you know what the house is worth. What do you do next? It's kind of like all the excitement and then like, oh no, what do I do? What am I going to do with this property? So I'm going to talk about the 5 exit strategies as a real estate investor. And one of the things I've learned over the years as from being a real estate investor is you have to think about it kind of in 2 different channels. Is your need right now or your goal to make cash, or is your goal to leverage something as a long-term investment and build wealth? So you have those 2 sides of the house. You know, what is the most pressing at this moment in time? Cash flow, income, is this your job? Or is this something you want to use to retire with, or maybe build up appreciation over time? So thinking about those things will help you make the decision. So first, I will talk about ways to bring cash into your life as a real estate investor. And if you've quit your job and you're doing this full time, that's usually the most pressing thing you need to do immediately. So the very first thing you can do is assign the contract to another investor. And this is called wholesaling, and it's a quick way to make a little bit of cash. And it's a very low risk way because you'll be doing it quickly, and typically the person who you assign the contract to can close quickly, and you'll be able to get your cash and go. You'll have to have gotten the contract under contract for a pretty good deal. They'll have to be room in it to raise the price slightly so you can assign the contract to another investor. So it's not always easy to get that really deep deal, but it is possible, and it is a good way to make cash quickly, very low risk, very low upfront investment, and is probably the place most investors start to bring cash into their investing business. The second thing you can do is decide you're going to flip the property. And so with this strategy, you'll need to have cash or a way to get a loan to purchase the property. And then you'll need to know what your rehab costs are and have done like a very thorough assessment of what the rehab is. And if you're new, I would recommend even bringing a contractor or 2 or 3 to do an estimate on the property, and then even adding reserve into the rehab to make sure there's still enough money there to rehab the house and then relist it and sell it for a profit. And a profit that's more than you would make if you wholesaled it. So that's your second strategy, is flipping. And those are kind of the cash, the ways to make cash and income if you're a new investor. And then on the other side, what you can do is purchase a property as a rental. So you can buy it and then rehab it if it needs to be rehabbed, or if it's already ready to go, then just rent it out. And you can make cash renting properties out, so it does kind of move over to this side a little bit, but you're not going to make a ton of cash your first month. This is kind of a longer play, and then you want to buy your rehabs in areas that you know are likely to appreciate. You definitely don't know what's going to happen at this moment in the market, but if you look over the long run, maybe over 10 years or 15 years, does that area seem likely to appreciate? And that's where you'll want to buy your rentals. And you can buy those, cash, and then typically get a tenant in there, wait a few months, and if you want to refinance it and get your cash out so that you can do more deals in the future, you can definitely do that. So, and then one thing to consider on the buy and holds and buying as a rental is that you can also consider if the city or neighborhood allows doing an Airbnb rental or a corporate rental. And that's a way to bring a little more cash flow into that rental rather than just a long-term lease. And you'll have to weigh those options, because with an Airbnb or corporate rental, you might have to furnish it. You might have to deal with more turnover, people coming in and out. So you'll just have to weigh and analyze all those options. The fourth option that you can do as an exit strategy is partner. So if you have this deal, maybe you already have 4 flips going on, but you don't want to wholesale it, then you can find another investor that is looking to do a flip and maybe 50-50 on it, or 80-20, or whatever you work out. Real estate gives you a lot of options to partner, and the ways to partner are endless. So, or if it's your first flip and you're just not sure you want to take all that risk on, then you can partner and work with someone else that is willing to do the same exit strategy with you, but take on some of that risk. So that partner one is kind of across the board. It allows you to run any strategy through it, but just maybe a little less risk, or bringing someone to the table that has something you don't have, whether it's money or time or the risk tolerance, whatever that might be, or the contractor, any of that. Bringing someone in to partner with is a great exit strategy when you have a house under contract. And then the last one I'll talk about, it's also a longer term strategy, is owner financing. So you have a property under contract, and either the seller is willing to finance it to you, or they're willing to let you take the loan on subject to you, or maybe you have some cash that you want to put into an investment for a while. Then you can purchase that property and renovate it if it needs it. And then rather than leasing it out and having to be a landlord and having to be a property manager, you can owner finance it. And there's people everywhere that are looking to purchase houses that might not qualify conventionally for properties, but they still make a great income. They still have decent credit scores, and you can owner finance these properties out to them for maybe a little bit higher interest rate than what they would pay traditionally or conventionally using a standard lender. And that's a great way to take some of the long-term responsibility off your plate, but also continue to make a profit each month off that slightly higher interest rate that you're charging them, as well as at some point they might want to refinance or sell the house, whether it be in 5 years or 30 years, and then you're going to get your cash back and all of that. And you can also, you'll take a down payment from them when you owner finance. So you will get some cash up front to contribute to your income, and you're getting that higher interest rate, and then when they refinance or sell it, you'll get all of your cash back. So that is my 5th strategy as a real estate investor, an exit strategy for your deals, and I hope that helps. And I'd love to hear other strategies you use for your real estate deals. Please leave them in the comments below, and please like this video, and please hit subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks. Bye.